Hi, my name is Jamie Prince. I live in Fort St. James, BC. I've been with my wife Kelly Charlie for almost 16 years, 17 years. We've moved town to town. We've had differences with families, and differences always end up in an argument. We've never physically attacked each other, ever. The ministry has stated a majority of things, and they're all not good. They're not good at all. They made it all hearsay to the court, and the courts are accepting these without any of our input. Lawyers been signing off on contracts with the ministry and with us. From April 2014, I believe, when it started, or 15. It started out with us living in a camper outside my mom's house. Said we weren't allowed to live like that. Meanwhile, it was summer break. I don't know. I've worked all over Fort St. James and brought this house that was abandoned 4 times by the same family. And the whole neighborhood doesn't want us to go anywhere because they don't want any drug dealing or alcoholism around on the street again. But yet the drug dealers and the alcoholism people that ran this house into the ground 4 times. When we took it into our hands for renting, the bathroom was so disgusting. There was shit and pee all over in the tub. The toilet was full of shit and pee. So was the water reservoir on back of the toilet was full, and they had about 4 or 5 oil pails in the bathroom too. Those were all full. The water lines were all broken. You turn it on, there was a sprinkler system throughout the whole house. We bought all new appliances for this house. Dishwasher, stove, 2 fridges, washer and dryer, the hot water tank. Top right for Scott Legacy Jr. drove that 24 at Daytona to a top 10. And I provide and work for my family, and I'm constantly gone working for my family. But another opportunity to think a little longer about it. But you know, the window is not open to be able to make it to the end for someone around that 68. I've worked throughout BC. And of course, Justin Algar, Casey Kane, Joel Logano, down to the Okanagan Valley, where our first daughter was born, Penticton. And back to PG, and I don't know. I've lived good with my wife, and it's on account of my wife, Kelly Charlie. She's helped me through a lot of things. The issues I've had with life of being abandoned all the time, and when we first met, she was being tired of being what she was. She's not here, so I can't say what it was, but I do love her for everything, and just everything. She's done a lot. She's made a man out of me. I've built structures. I've fixed vehicles. All the structures throughout BC, the Incomeep Golf Clubhouse, as well as their health center, Incomeep Health Center, some residential homes there, as well as a whole bunch of pump houses too. So, and they were called Greyback Construction. I built structures with them for 5 years. I don't know, just all over the place. Fort St. John, I was laying a whole bunch of gas lines, as well as seismic lines up in Fox Creek Camp outside of Edmonton. Me and my wife's differences, and we want to work on them, but it's pretty hard to work on problems in life when the ministry got us staying here, staying there, and they're still labeling me and putting false documents into the court system, and the court system seems to be accepting these documents. I keep making statements of their wrongdoings and whatnot, and because they've done 1, 2, 3, 4 many wrong and differences of labeling towards my name, because they're horrible. It started out with me just being a loud and aggressive man that yells all the time, and then it changed to me being a derogatory name caller towards my children, as they said, and my wife, and they said the babies only know swear words such as bitches, cunts, and whores, and just a whole bunch of stupid things, which is just totally untrue. I keep trying to defend myself, but they tell me to be quiet every time I get to court. I love my family. I love my children. We need each other to function in this awful world. Me and Kelly have shown them nothing but love. We provide for them. They have a good meal every night. And we came to Fort St. James. We had about 4 or 5 more other kids that started staying here and eating our food. I mean, how ridiculous is that? They even started calling Kelly Mom. Just like every town we've been at, we ended up like a youth center. Because people know and understand our sober home, the safety of it. How can there be violence in this home when there's a whole bunch of people, and I have to be a father to these other children when I don't even need to be? I have 10 of my own. I wish my auntie was still here. She helped us so much. She helped us to go to Costco just to go shopping for our babies. And we buy a babysitter. That babysitter gets $250 for 4 hours. They've labeled me so bad, it hurts so much, and then they ask me how come I got a loud tone of voice. There's that voice again, there's that tone again. They called me and my wife into separate meetings. I sat out in the lobby while they talked to my wife, Kelly. Kelly came out crying, bawling, begging me to listen to them and talk to them. I was upset going into that meeting because I don't make my wife cry that hard. I kept asking her what's wrong. She said, just go talk to them. And I did. There was police officers waiting there. Oh, they accused me of sexually abusing 2 of my kids. I asked them to look at me and confront me with eye contact. And I asked them for that eye contact 3 times more, and they wouldn't do it. So I stood up and I said, you guys don't even know who to blame. You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. You have nobody to blame. You guys couldn't even look at me. I'm not gonna believe you guys because I know I've done nothing. I've never touched my children. I've always loved them. We've never been drunk or induced of some type of drug like what's going on around here. I witnessed with my wife children picking up their drunk parents, walking them home. I see teenagers broken, angry and drunk themselves, walking around on the reserve here. I want to help my people. We need to break those chains of thoughts of alcoholism and drugs and Western ways. The Western ways are nothing but ties of desires of the white people. Us native people, we knew how to live every day. We function day to day without a television, without a car, without that highway going through our land. Them they call it transportation of goods. There's transportation of goods is your legs, your arms. Go hunting, stay home, go hunting. The chains of alcoholism and drugs will be broken. Our people will walk by the liquor store and the cold beer store. Every bottle that's around our people will soon be broken. Those chains. We'll walk by those stores and bottles like they were mirages. They weren't even there. They won't bother our people anymore. Same with the drugs. The drugs are transported on their highways and by the white people. I walk around here on the reserve here. My friends, my family, I see them meet in contact with white people, and they say we're the ones that bring it to the reserve. That's not true. Those chains will be broken. My people won't need those drugs anymore. That white crack, rock, cocaine, my people won't need it no more. The powder stuff they sniff up, called cocaine, given to us and sold to us by white people. The marijuana transported by white people.
So don't forget to stay tuned after the race for the eBay Motors post-race show.
The chains of thoughts of the use of those things will be broken from our people. We function perfectly well without it. And no matter who you are or how you've been doing it, everybody should just love and care anyway, because we didn't bring that poison to our life. It was transported by their highways. I've built a beautiful life with my family. I got structures. I was in the new wood innovation building downtown George Street. I was with that company, PCL Construction. We built California log homes with Eagle's Nest, Merritt, BC, Nicola Log Works. I've worked for BC Hydro Lines from Merritt to West Bank, Kelowna. I've worked with a zero combustion company out of Merritt. Also, we drove through BC right down to Prince Rupert this way, selling fire protection products. And my band should have a record of it, because I came at the time when they were ready to paint our Nacosley daycare. That fire protection got underbid us by a drug dealer to paint that place, when the importance of kids would have been safer by using the zero combustion fire product. It was simply a paint, a salt-based paint, and the band went with the lower drug dealer bid of the contract. I don't know. They've labeled me so bad. They said I was kicking my son. They said Selena Lazar made that phone call. I kicked my son through the hallway. Barry gave her $200 bingo money. All the calls that came in to the ministry started saying it was my neighbors. They said it was Wayne Sam and his family. They said it was Ruby Taylor and her family. They said it was my auntie Luella and Lando and her family. They said it was Melissa Isaac and her family. They said it was Bruce Prince, Vince Corcoran and Missy, their family. They said it was the Ahuls, Hill Mac and Hilda, that were phoning me in, as well as Bart Sam. That's all my neighbors. And the ministry kept making statements. It's my neighbors. It's your neighbors. It's your neighbors. I don't think so. My neighbors all love me. They love my family. So how can it be possible the surrounding people around me of 410 Knots Landing phone me in on a constant basis? I don't think so. There's no witnesses to my accusations to the court from the ministry. We had a 5-hour trial. All the ministry's affidavits and witnesses didn't show up because I know who they are. They got bought off from something, and I know it. And other people know it, because people from the community of Nacosley Reserve came to me at my home at 410's Knots Landing and told me Barry was just at my house. He's trying to give me $500 to get you out of here. That person that was standing at my door was not a mirage. As well as Judy Lazar right in front of the Nacosley band office. just walking by each other, and she's yelling around at me, and she asks me, how's your m.c.f.d life? I walked right into the band office and tried to inform somebody. I informed somebody, but it never went anywhere. They don't care. The ministry have said that I've done all these things, especially the physical abuse. My children already went to a scan clinic before I was accused of sexual abuse and physical abuse. They went to a scan clinic for children of doctors that diagnose children of sexual abuse and physical abuse. That physical abuse, if you hit a child anywhere on the body, from my own understanding and knowledge of doctors and books, the bruising condition stays underneath the skin for 2 to 3 months. There'll be nothing on the surface, but there'll be something underneath. There was nothing underneath my babies, because I've never hit them ever. They made a statement right on a trial stand that I hit my baby Jamie Dean Jr. with a belt on his back. They lied in trial. I know where those scars came from, and it wasn't from me, and it wasn't from no belt. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep accepting their lies like that. Right in court, Justice of British Columbia, I saw that person swear on the Bible. He also said, I'm an alcoholic. I buy booze for teenagers. I get drunk with them. The cops came here looking for that situation. All they found was Kelly and my daughter Destiny, and there was no alcohol in the home. I asked the RCMP for all disclosures to this house. They said, we don't do things like that. We'll never give you disclosure. When those kids were trying to fight my son all the way from the high school, all the way to Nicosley Res, I heard my son yelling in the distance, and I couldn't go after and help him. And I kept hearing his voice getting louder and louder, and here he's with his mom and he's fucking yelling. Those kids were telling Tristan he's gonna kill him when they go to the hood. We're gonna stomp you out. And I put a stop to that right there at 203 Mountain View, my father-in-law's address. Tristan, I told him and my pregnant wife to keep walking while I talk to these kids. I told all those kids basically to go get your dads. I'll stand right here and I'll wait. Go get your goddamn fucking daddies, I kept telling them. And the cops accepted all 4 of those kids' statements, saying that I was saying I'm gonna stomp their heads into the ground up Tache. Those kids are fucking full of shit. They're liars. Can't do that stuff. And the courts didn't even investigate. The cops didn't investigate. They just laid the charges. Uttering threats, you are gonna stomp those kids. That wasn't true. I told them to go get their dads, and I stopped the situation of them hurting my pregnant wife and my son Tristan, age of 13, and there was like 6 or 7 of them chicken shit little fuckers. Felix kids up Tache. My son was only 13 and we don't know anybody here. Tristan just moved here. That year before, you said he was picking on your brothers and your cousins in school. He wasn't even there. We just moved here and you little fuckers started saying stuff like that to him. Tristan doesn't even know anybody up Tachi. And from my own knowledge, a lot of people like me up there, up Tachi. I've never ever harmed anybody up there. That kid that's getting tough there, his dad was literally pounding out his wife while he was holding that baby, that Nadine. She was holding that baby while that guy was punching her out. Me, I did something about it. Do that to a woman, fucking coward. Just fucking, oh man. And they try to say me, I'm like that to my family. It's pretty impossible to be working and providing. I was away from here 4 hours away. They said I was here holding them in confinement. I was working for Bruce Russell's transfer. I was 4 hours away from here. And I asked the RCMP again for disclosure. They wouldn't give it. Things are gonna change around here with this system of white people keeping our people like this. Holy man, that's no, there's change. Everything is gonna change. And I will not accept any more of your lies from the court system of Fort St. James and the Vanderhoof decision makers. I've pointed out to you people all their wrongs, and I'm not gonna stand up for them. I'm gonna stand up for me, my family, and my babies. What me and Kelly have worked for 16 years for. We've loved and adored them every minute of their life. We've answered questions to their life. We've been there for them every minute. We weren't alcohol induced and running around for the night or for the weekend. We've never been in that kind of state of mind with our family. And it's called the frontal lobe of your brain. It makes choices and stuff, and there's lower parts to your brain underneath your choices where you make. There's a little spot underneath where it stays induced if you're under the influence of alcohol and drugs. That floating process is hard to make choices. That's why I don't blame my people. I love them no matter what. Especially when that baby was walking her drunk mommy home. All I had to say was, oh, that poor baby. Make sure you get mama home. Yep, I know, she said. I was going for a walk down to Nuss with my family, and we saw this. My kids had questions that were hard to answer. But I told my children, you don't blame that mama and you don't blame that baby for helping, because the Western people have designed flaws in their life, and they're called alcohol and drugs.
the 7th and 8th place cars are on the verge of doing the same thing that Kennedy did.
The ministry tried making us report whole bunch of stuff like that to the RCMP so they could make their business. I told them, no, I will never do that to my people. They're already broken enough. My people. And it's not our fault. We're not the ones that design alcohol and drugs.
Just north of Route 90, that's where they have to come right there, unless they decide to pick some other strategy as they are lined up here.
I could never harm my family. Please understand that.
Stay in single file. I think you want to pick as many of them as possible, because what happens is every time you wait, it kind of slows down, especially when you don't have a big pack of cars. So you want to pit with as many cars as possible right now to maintain your speed. And I think that
things are gonna change, because I'm gonna push for a lawsuit, a major lawsuit. I can't do this with my family anymore, my babies. I can't do that anymore. I miss my children. There's 10 of them. My wife has some regular visits, and they all ask for me at every visit. I'm the first one they ask for. They don't even say hi to their mom, she says. But I love my life. I thank the Creator for it, and Kelly. The Creator and the spirits of my dream in life have put Kelly forth in front of me 4 years before I met her. I'll never forget that image. It's stuck in my head, that dream. And when I ran into it, I knew who she was. m.c.f.d, Creator, and the dreaming part of my life. m.c.f.d for sending me where I'm supposed to be. I'll always listen to the Creator. That's why I get so far. I listen to my dreams. I listen to my wife. I make money. If I go to camp, it's going direct deposit, and Kelly's got my money. I don't need it. I'm not gonna wait till I get home. She has it long spent before I get home. But I don't know. I'm not gonna accept this. I've done nothing but love and cherish my family, because I was a child and I wasn't loved and cherished. But my children, they do know. They know. In the mediation with the Ministry of Children and Family of Fort St. James, mediation about a week ago, 2-3 weeks ago maybe, I confronted them. I asked them how they come to the diagnosis of me being an angry, violent, aggressive man. How did you come to the knowledge that I am traumatized and I inflict this to my family? They had no answer. They sat there in a pause. In the Nacausley Social Development Office boardroom, with the clan surrounding us. I'm not gonna accept that. I can't do this with my family anymore. I will push. I'll be seen. I'll help my broken people. I'll help those chains of alcoholism to be gone. The drugs of chains of drug use of chains be gone. I'll help my people. Me, I'm okay. I have a beautiful family. All the money I make and all the desires that come with money are handed over to my wife, so I don't become a white man, which I already am. I have no culture. I don't know my language. I know my trapping ways from my grandparents, the hunting ways, the eating ways, the traveling every day with my mama and baba. And my dreams get me long ways with my wife Kelly, Charlie. And I thank her and I appreciate her a lot. If you or a loved one took Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, and then were diagnosed with a skin cancer, we will be at home together again. I'll let my wife rest because this is pretty hard traumatization from the ministry system. They came and swooped up my kids without any warrants or knowledge of why they were taking the children. At first, they said it was because of the condition of the home, which is BS. But turned into me being different. And nothing has been diagnosed to me yet by any professional. Everything has been spoken. I keep telling this, even that Michael Frank, that new guy in our band office, I've told him about my spiritual connection, about my spirits that have been with me all my life. Me, I'll always stay in line. No cross about it. It's called in line with your life. But I love my family, and this feels good talking to you people. My people, the broken people, the hurt people, the hard to think the right way people. It's just because the low below you is floating because of alcohol and drugs. That's why you can't make choices. You'll be okay once you let it go. You'll be fine. But I love my family and I love everyone. I love the surrounding communities. Kuchi, Pinche, Tachi, Grand Rapids, North Arm, Steamboat, Middle River, bouncing right over to Grand Isle, Tatchet, Burns Lake, all our people. Clear out that floating process of the drugs and alcohol. It's in a part of the brain, and it's a small part. It's below the choices of your mind, in frontal lobe, where you make choices. That floating process makes your choices part hard to judge and make the right choice. But you will see You'll see. You'll break it. And it won't take long. I love everyone. I'll talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.